Welcome to this edition of Around the Hound. I'm your moderator, Philip Reed Francisco. Thank you very much. Here on this edition of Around the Hound, we got a new family member, Mr. Vinny LaGuardia, everybody!
Happy to be here. I'm excited. It's been a long time coming, guys.
Are you related to the airport?
Oh, I get this question all the time. I'm not related. I own it. If anyone's curious, I own the airport. So here's your guy. I'm a special guest, celebrity guest.
And on my right, unfortunately, is Mr. Dre Heminger, everybody! Woo!
We'll give him a little round. So I'll be, a little classy about this one.
Be classy. Stay classy. So we're gonna start off the show with a segment called Triple Threat. I can't even talk today. Talking about triple threat, talking about 3 hot topics that we think are worth talking about. I really need to stick with loyalty.
Fine, don't worry about it.
Our first topic, the NBA AllStar Game was in New Orleans this past weekend. Guys, give me your thoughts on the game, festivities, etc. Vinny.
Me first?
Yeah, you first.
I think year in and year out, this is an exciting weekend. It's a great break for the players to, travel to a new city, get together with the best of the best, and have a little fun. Change things up a little bit this year, different format, different setup. Personally, I see what they're trying to do. I understand they've got a panel voting now for a lot of these events, teams, East versus West, but I'm more of a fan of the individual, awards for this whole event. I think it's really what it's all about. These guys can come out. Who wants to win as a team? You don't win a dunk contest as a team. It's something that you got to do. You got to do it together. You guys are on your own. So I don't know. That's my take. It's a nice glitz and glammy event. They picked it for a good city in New Orleans, and it's a fun weekend. But I don't know. What do you think,
Mr. Heminger?
I agree with you to some extent. I think it's just awful in general now. I think the All-Star Game is awful.
Some extent, right?
The All-Star Game in general, they're almost scoring 200 points because no one's playing defense. It's just it's not
Sounds
even
like the regular
entertaining anymore.
season.
It's kind of the skills challenge. We know the NBA players have skills. Why is that a part of it?
It's kind of like leaning towards the Pro Bowl a little bit.
The Pro Bowl is kind of irrelevant too. It's just getting worse and worse, I think, every year. And
the jerseys,
the slam dunk competition, like you were just saying, a team thing. It's always been about the individuality. Why all of a sudden? They all had 1 or 2 dunks to, and then it was over. I was like, what? I was sitting there. I was like, are you serious? It's over?
Yeah, it was a little brief.
The three-point contest, I think.
I can see where you're coming from.
The three-point contest, I think, was probably the best thing, just because it was a tiebreaker. Other than that, I'm not looking forward to it. I don't know why they changed it up.
Well, next year they're gonna have it in the Garden. They're gonna have the Barclays Center.
And the Barclays Center. So we have a 2-venue New York City All-Star Game.
That should be
it'll be
pretty
exciting.
sick,
And then
hopefully.
the year after is in Toronto. So we're gonna take it up over the border and see what things. I've heard some good things.
I think
it'll be exciting. We'll see. We'll wait it out. We'll see. We'll give it a chance.
I think Kendrick Lamar was probably the best part of that.
Vanilla Ice was there too. You didn't see that. Vanilla Ice. Yeah. He came a little Ice Ice Baby. It was nice. Had the whole place rocking. But. That's what it is.
Oh man, the NBA sucks. All right, second topic, the Sochi Winter Olympic Games. We got an update. Thoughts?
What do you want me to start with the medal count? You want to talk about the
medal count? I think
the medal count. Right now, Team USA is number 1.
Yeah, they got
25.
25.
But however,
we're
shocking,
number 1.
Right? True.
That's
However,
riveting.
we're not winning in gold. We're down by 2 in Norway.
We got a few more days left.
It's close.
We got time left.
Russia's got 23, the Netherlands got 22, Norway has 21, Canada has 20. We only have 25. They're not that far off.
Talk about the events, Vinny. Give me some events that you.
The Winter Olympics are interesting for me. I think it's fun. It's unique. I think hockey for me is probably the thing I'm most familiar with. So of course, I kind of drift towards that. But there's some cool events. Curling. I've been watching the luge a little bit. Luge. What? Wow. That's impressive. Did you really think about it?
The Germans.
I saw some crazy crash the other day.
Oh really?
That's scary.
It is
scary.
scary. The luge is scary. The skeleton's scary. Even this.
But there's such an amazing hype.
360.
Yeah.
Bobsled.
Yeah, I know.
Jamaica.
Did you guys see the
Jamaica did terrible. They did terrible. It's just cool running part 2.
They were like these 2 huge guys, and they're like out of 30 teams, they were 29th.
Wait, Phil, you're not supposed to be talking. I thought we established this last season. All right, here we go. Next
that voice.
Next topic.
It's such a golden voice.
Golden voice.
We'll see what the USA can do tomorrow. Big game.
Hopefully the men's, because the women, that
against
was
Canada.
a disappointer, dude.
We got some.
Oh my God, I don't even want to talk about it.
We can't. But go men's hockey. Let's see if we can pull one out. Get those rivals up above the border.
Yep.
There you go. Our third topic is NBA trade deadline. There were some interesting trades this trade deadline. Any thoughts about new acquisitions by the teams? Or?
We just talked about this. Me and Vinny did. I think the best trade here was the Danny Granger for Evan Turner and Lavoy Allen.
Yeah.
I think both teams will benefit from that. I know Evan Turner's a young kid, but he's got a lot of potential. Okay, the Pacers are already a championship contender with the team they have right now. Evan Turner playing with Lance Stevenson at point guard. or shooting guard, I'm sorry. Like, I think they have a really good chance. Other than that, we were talking about Rajon Rondo and Kevin Love. We thought they were going to go somewhere. Nothing happened between them. Everything else is minor to me.
I think any trade deadline, you're going to have these big stars kind of hyped to be
they're always
push these different teams, kind
headlined,
of rile up the excitement.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, especially the last few years, hasn't been kind of what it's they thought it would come out to be. I mean, we've had the Dwight Howard stuff in the past, but this year kind of quiet on all fronts. Back to the Evan Turner trade, I think it's interesting. I think actually Evan Turner is a little bit underrated because
he definitely is.
He's playing on the Sixers teams as they're in a tank mode. They're in a rebuild mode. They drafted these young guys this year. Whatever happens this year is kind of like we're looking forward. And Evan Turner's been a real efficient part of that team. Really great, a good scorer. So you take him and you swap him for Danny Granger, who's been completely non-existent the past years for a Pacers team. He's really gone way downhill. It's unfortunate.
He's getting older, and he's getting older too.
But he's got the potential to be a star.
Who, Danny?
He was a star.
No, he was like
he was a good bench player.
He's got the talent, but injuries have decimated his career completely. And the Pacers made a move, and they brought a guy like Evan Turner that can make a huge difference, especially in this playoff run. Is that going to be what it takes to compete with the Heat? I don't know, but we'll see what happens.
They added some depth. I mean, with Danny Granger, maybe he'll just add some veteran experience with the 76ers. But I think Evan Turner could be maybe a shocker. Maybe in a few years too. He's still young.
Any other trades that you guys want to?
Other than that,
I mean, if you want to talk, I like what the Nets did. Brooklyn up in here.
Here we go.
Shipping Reggie Evans. And Jason Terry out to Sacramento and taking back a guy in Marcus Thornton. Obviously, he's a one-way player. He's an offensive player. Plays about as much defense as Snow White. I don't even know. But
hey, the Knicks. One second. The Knicks.
Shumpert's hurt, man. Shumpert's hurt.
Shumpert's staying. He's staying.
I did not want them to get rid of Shumpert and Felton for who was it? It was Collison
Darren Collison
and someone else. I forget from the Clippers. Oh, Matthew Barnes.
Matt Barnes?
Matt Barnes. Yeah, Matt Barnes. Yeah.
I didn't see that, but
no, definitely not. That would have been a terrible
pretty quiet
trade.
on the trade front, but that's generally how it is. But it's been a good season so far. It looks to be a little more parity than in the past, and the Lakers aren't good, which is a change of pace. And let's see.
The Celtics.
The Blazers are up there. Watch out for the Blazers.
The Blazers are
team.
nice.
That's an exciting team. I would look out for them. But
watch out for the beasts in the East.
Oh, the East. What a pathetic year they're having.
All right.
Sarcastic. All right, now we're going to go to second call, buy or sell. Whether you buy or sell 3 different sports concepts. Our first topic, the legend, the captain, Derek Jeter, is retiring this year.
He deserves a round of applause for that. DJ.
What a man.
But buy or sell, is he really going to retire if he does well this year? Buy or sell, Dre?
Me?
Go first, yeah.
I really wish I could sell this, but I think I'm going to buy it. He's been another player, we were just talking about injuries, decimated by injuries. The past 2 seasons on and off. What is he, 39, 40?
He's 39,
40 years old. I mean, he's been the captain as long as he could.
Gone? I don't know.
My childhood's coming to an end, honestly, right now. That's what it feels like. He's just he's a great player, 5-time world champion. He had the MVP one time when they won the World Series. Yeah. I mean, that team is really going to miss him. That team is.
Do you buy as well?
I'm buying this all the way. Buy. Yeah. It's Derek Jeter. It doesn't matter. You could be a Yankee fan. You could be a Red Sox fan. You could be a San Diego Padres fan. I don't care.
You have to love him.
You got to respect what Derek Jeter has done for the league and for the game.
Yeah.
I mean, for our generation, our age group, you could say Jeter's, in this sport, probably the one guy who you've seen the full historic career from start to finish with him. And to see him go out, it's bittersweet. You want to wish him. It's kind of like a Cal Ripken thing. You want to wish him his best. He's had an amazing career, really successful. Yeah. But at the same time, nobody lasts forever.
That's true.
It's
that legacy, man.
The legacy's unbelievable. The numbers speak for itself. The winning. He's a class act all the way. I think we wish the best to Derek. From
Jorge
here on out. All the
Jorge
Yankees,
Mariano, now Jeter. I think I'm gonna
it's
cry.
tough,
I'm probably
but
gonna cry
it's a new
soon.
generation, and he's going out with class. But I think there's no way he comes back. He's a
it's
class act. He knows what he wants to do. He knows when he's ready to go, and now it's time.
I'm gonna call it. And I think he'll be like the next manager of the Yankees.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
Be surprised.
He's got a future and a career well beyond his playing days. So it'll be fun to see him go on to the next phase of his life. But thank you, Derek, for everything.
I think I'm gonna cry from him. Just from Vinny.
Vinny over here. Look at this guy. All right, our second topic. Johnny Manziel has been pre-ranked as one of the top quarterbacks in the draft.
Johnny Football.
Buy or sell him being a good NFL quarterback?
Me first again?
Nope.
Johnny Football. Wow, it's interesting. This has been something that's been debated since his
high school years.
Freshman year.
Yeah.
He was passed over with all his offers, and he ended up really exceeding expectations at A&M.
Yep.
But it's interesting. I mean, my take on this is, I think I'm gonna buy Johnny for now.
What?
Tentatively, I'm gonna buy Johnny as an NFL quarterback.
You wanna buy him for
I
now,
think
okay.
he has that it factor. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
But my question that comes into play here is he mature enough to handle what he's going to face, especially if he's a number 1 pick?
Yep.
And where is he going to be? Is he going to stay in Houston? Is he going to go up to Minnesota? Is he going to go out to Oakland, Jacksonville? We won't know yet.
know.
It'll be interesting to see, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. At the end of the day, I mean, we've looked through the past years, and you see all this hype and all this coverage of these players and how they're going to translate and transition to the NFL game. But sometimes it's more of a guessing game.
Yeah.
And we'll see whether I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for
No,
now.
I'm definitely gonna buy Johnny Manziel. I think he talks a lot. He's got a little bit of trouble with the whole autograph thing and maybe partying. I know
He's
they
a
were
kid.
talking about skipping different things in here and there. I think he's like he said. He told the Texans, "Don't if you pass up on me, you'll regret it." I like his attitude. He's got a winning attitude. He's cocky, but he deserves it. He's been a Heisman Trophy winner. He's an amazing player if you watch him on tape. I think he's got it all the way. He's definitely a captain. He's definitely a leader, and I think he'll be great in the NFL.
But at what point does that attitude start to work against him? That's what we got to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's true.
I smell Tim Tebow. I
So
smell
you're
Tim
selling
Tebow.
this. You're selling
I'm
Johnny.
not part of the show anymore.
You're
I'm
selling
not
Johnny.
So
Yeah, but you're selling Johnny. You
I'm
just admit
selling
it.
Johnny.
You gotta
Johnny
admit it. You're selling him.
football. You suck. No, I'm kidding. He's actually very good, but
He's good.
I feel like he's gonna be like a
Terry Bridgewater, you're not going. There's no way you should go above him.
He's so hyped up. You don't know. He hasn't played 1 game in the NFL. So.
Relax,
We'll
man.
see.
He's got it. He's got it.
All right, our third buy or sell, Michael Sam, who's a defensive end with the Missouri University of
Missouri State.
Tigers. Mizzou Tigers.
Mizzou Tigers. Any thoughts? Buy or sell his presence? He actually recently came out as a homosexual. So
His sexual orientation, okay,
All right.
should not define the type of athlete he is. He leaves what he has on the field. He plays the way he does. He was a defensive player, he said, of the year.
Defensive
right?
Player of the Year in the SEC.
Yeah.
It's quite an honor in that
That
conference
should not
too.
hurt
That's
his,
unbelievable.
should not hurt his draft stock. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
So do
Players.
you sell his are you selling his?
No, I'm
play?
buying him. I'm
You're
buying him.
buying-
As long as he's mentally in there, like swimwear.
You're buying him
Okay.
having a good impact. With
He's gonna have a great impact no matter where
Yeah.
he goes. All right, as long as he's mentally up there. If he comes out now, right before the NFL draft, there was some reason for that. Okay, there was some reason for that. He knows what he's getting himself into. I don't like all this speculation and all this talk about these analysts and these players saying, "Oh, the NFL's not ready. Like the locker room's not ready." They're doing like polls on ESPN saying, "Oh, I think we'll take him." That's ridiculous. It should have nothing to do with the type of athlete he is. I think he's a great athlete. I think he'll do well. I'm gonna buy him.
Yeah. As much as I want to disagree with this guy, because I want to so badly, I really do. I gotta buy Michael Sam as an NFL player too. I mean, first of all, give a little praise to him. It's a bold move.
Yeah,
it's not an easy
risky.
thing to do, and he's the first guy to go ahead and do something like this. So all the power to him for making the decision. Congrats to you, Michael Sam. But this is a completely separate issue of him, coming out versus him as a player. And in terms of the playing portion of it, he has proven it all on the field. He played for a top 5 ranked team, the player of the year in the conference. I mean, the numbers speak for himself. He's probably going to come in at a 2nd and 3rd round pick. Well, now it's May. They pushed it back a little bit in May's draft.
Yeah.
And I really see him making a huge impact on whatever team he goes to. And I think the players in the league is going to rally around him in a sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get so caught up in wow, this is such a revolutionary, coming out and things that what he's really saying. But at the same time, he's a football player, and this is his occupation. He's going to go out, and I think he's going to make a strong impact. So it'll be exciting to watch and monitor over the next year and throughout his career to see how things really play out.
Society as a whole is just immature, and I think they need to get over it. It's just going to improve from here on, and that's one example that Michael Sam's setting right now. So we'll see.
our show just
It's getting real in here.
Our
It's
show
getting
just got
so
really
real with Vinny.
Oh,
all
man.
these
So
topics are
real.
just
My
like,
cousin Vinny to the left.
I'm here. I'm ready to go.
Go Pesci over here.
It's a sports
All
world.
right.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
All right, our last segment is called Quick Opinion, where they'll give their quick opinions on 3 special topics in sports. Guys, this first topic is it's bizarre.
bad.
Ray Rice, in the last week, he was caught
Ray,
assaulting
Ray.
his girlfriend. Like,
Yeah,
come
his
on, man.
fiancée.
And it's on video. Dre, give me a quick opinion on that. Very quick. Give me a brief opinion on Ray Rice.
Ray, you're just adding on to
Ruining his
your
reputation.
adding on to your horrible year that you had. Like, what are you expecting to do? Like, he was one of the best running backs. He still is, but I don't know what's going on to him. video of him dragging his fiance. She's unconscious. There's altercations of them both hitting each other, but she was unconscious in the video, and the bodyguard had to help him.
Bizarre.
I don't know what's gonna go on with there. They were both arrested. And I don't know what's going on. I think it's terrible.
It's honestly a shame. I'm a huge Ray Rice fan. Been following him since his Rutgers days, all the way down here with the Ravens. We've been right here, watched him play. He's been to Loyola events. Always been a big fan of Rays, and it's just a shame to see something like this happen. You know, you got to be able to control yourself, and I understand there's a lot of glitz and glam, but there's no excuse for something like this. And Ray, frankly, I'm disappointed with you, and hopefully there's a good explanation for this. But right now, things aren't looking good for you.
Not looking good for the Ravens. Not looking good for Ray Rice. All right, our second topic is coach of Louisville basketball team, Rick Pitino, stated that social media ruins athletes. Guys, your thoughts on social media?
You can go first.
Yeah, you know,
I feel like I've been dragged
times are changing.
Yeah.
It's very tough to regulate this type of stuff. Whether it's among friends in a non-exposed level, but yeah.
People are getting in trouble for this stuff.
Yeah,
though,
it's crazy.
it's kind of foolish.
And I think there needs to be some sort of regulation on this level. And I know to an extent there is. You know, coaches put in policies about how they should moderate this type of stuff, but it's dangerous. And until they can get a firm grasp on, you know, a way to regulate this, I kind of see what Rick Pitino's saying in the sense that, I mean, not that it ruins athletes, but it can get them into a lot of trouble and put these players who aren't necessarily mature enough, you know, specifically college players. Rick Pitino's a college coach, but even beyond to the professional levels, you know, sometimes you gotta just sit back and bite your tongue, and be careful about what you're saying, because what you're putting out there is for everyone to see, and people are going to be screenshotting, and once you put it out there, it doesn't matter if you delete it, because it's out there, and people are going to start viewing.
These athletes need to honestly realize that it's not in pencil what they're saying. It's the internet. It's in ink. It's not going to go away. Stop saying these stupid remarks. I almost cursed there. Almost said something bad. And try and apologize like a day later, or like a week later. Like, it's just stupid. It's just foolish. It's very immature, these players. I definitely agree with him to a certain extent. Yes, they should have their own freedom. They should say whatever they want, but don't try to start more beef. Like I said before, leave everything on the field. Come, show up at the game. Stop being a baby over online. It's just ridiculous, honestly. So definitely.
I just got a notification, guys. One second.
Loyola tonight.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Oh, sorry. All right, guys, we're gonna end the quick opinion with this quick baby video.
Yeah, baby.
It's on Vine. Check this out. Guys, what are your thoughts on this little this crossover?
That baby got diced up.
Damn.
That baby got diced up, kid. Where you going? No game. No game, son. Fisher Price?
Oh, man.
What, Tonka?
Does he
Oh my
he
God.
really feels good about
Sir.
that. This guy really feels good about that.
Vin, give me your thoughts on that little
Bro.
6-second
Unbelievable.
video.
First of all, she plays a little bit better defense than Dre does.
Hey,
That's all I know.
there we
I've watched
go.
him play before. This guy's all
shots.
offense, one way.
Bro,
So I'll give her credit there. But come on, man. What are you doing?
Wait, time
That's
out.
a baby. That's
Time
a
out.
baby girl.
He had chancletas on.
Oh,
those
come on.
slippers on. Those Nike slippers,
I
man.
can only
That was
imagine.
tough, bro. You got to give him some credit.
I can only
Listen,
imagine
that baby had
what his buddies said to him after that video, and what his mom said to him after that video. And oh man,
Wait,
come
but
on.
Just real quick though. That video was like, it was
That,
funny.
dude,
It
that
was
was one of the
funny,
funniest
but
videos I've ever
like,
seen. I had to share that on Facebook. That was
pick
hysterical.
up your kid, man. don't let your kid.
That's crazy. That's your child.
All right, Vin, I just want to say a special thanks to Vin for coming.
Thank you, Vinny.
Thank you
Coming
guys.
around the
Thank
Hound.
you guys.
Been serious
It's
around
an
the
honor
Hound.
to be here. I always love talking with you
Vincenzo.
guys.
It got serious in there.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, it really
that's
did. It
the
got
sports
quiet.
world,
It got
though.
quiet in here.
We have a little fun. We get a little serious. That's just the way it goes.
That's it. That's sports every day.
There you go. All right, guys, thanks for watching Around the Hound. I'm Philip Reed Francisco. They argue sports. You watch sports. We'll see you soon, Loyola.